So now let's do Ron Artest. I think this is major news in sports. It looks like the Lakers are going to sign Ron Artest away from the Houston Rockets. That has two implications. One, the Houston Rockets are rocketed straight into the ground. Okay, gonzo. Yao Ming's hurt, maybe out for the rest of his career, but out for the next season. It looks like Tracy McGrady's out for most of the next season. They lose Ron Artest. I mean, they're done, right? Now, but the important part of this, even though they had a good team, man, they took the Lakers to 7 this year without Yao at the end and without Tracy McGrady at all. So it's such a shame what happened to them to some degree. The flip side is Artest comes to the Lakers, and the real question is it over? Should we not bother having the next season? Jared Jackson, go.
I can't answer that question, but because the other thing is depends on, of course, that they're going to be the best team in the West again. We know that. And also, who knows who else they're going to get or keep or lose, whatever happens. You know, this is the first preliminary things. Because Trevor Ariza, it's kind of like a switch. Trevor Ariza went to Houston, who was the big question was between Trevor Ariza and Lamar Odom. Can we keep both? Who might we lose? All that stuff. Because he didn't like what they were offering him. He ended up taking the same money in Houston.
Yeah, that was a total mistake. Now, he's talking about, his agent literally said, this isn't about the money. It's about, pride and respect, and they disrespected us. Okay, enjoy all the respect you're going to have as Houston, wallows in the basement, probably for a couple of years, instead of being on the championship Lakers. Do you feel more respected now, you dumbass?
Yeah, I'm just very disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed. I saw this happen yesterday, and a little bit of me just, it's like I don't think I'm going to watch basketball next year. My favorite sport, but I can't watch Ron Artest in a Laker jersey. It's going to be so hard for me to do.
Because, wait, you hate the Lakers, but you really like Artest?
Ron Artest is one of my favorite players.
I love it. Rub it in.
I've been all about Ron Artest since he was on the Pacers. That's my team.
Right.
And that's when the whole brawl went with the Pistons, and then
right.
He's had this bad rep ever since. If he looks at somebody wrong, he's kicked out of the game. And I think he's getting a bad rep every time. I was like, fine, he got in the fight, but the thing is, he didn't even start it. But fine, I'm not getting into that because I've been through that story many times. But now this is why my Laker hate grows so much every time. It's because then now you can get these Laker fans who's like he should have been kicked off the whole series for even walking up and talking to Kobe. They're gonna love him now. Oh man, he's misunderstood. He didn't do anything. Just shut up, dude. I know what's gonna happen. All of a sudden now he's a good guy. That was in the past. That was so long ago. I'm gonna get all this. We're gonna get all of it, and then I'm gonna really fight because I'm gonna still root for him, but it's hard to because I gotta root with these guys.
All right, so look, one of our listeners even sent us an ad that Ron Artest did for PETA. He's like, look at what a good guy he is. He's talking about saving the dogs. Come on. All right. Now, the thing is, JR, are you convinced that, I'm kidding around about it's over because everybody else slowed it up too. The Pistons got Ben Gordon and Villanova. Rasheed Wallace goes to the Celtics. That's really interesting. Who did the Spurs get? Did they get Jefferson?
Yeah.
Oh, they got Richard Jefferson on the Spurs. So in the West, you got competition too. Shaq goes to Cleveland. It's okay. They still need someone else, But, things are heating up like crazy now. Vince Carter goes to Orlando, but they lost some people, etc. But I think the real question is, are we absolutely convinced that Artest is better than Trevor Ariza?
I am 100% convinced of that. He scores more. He's a more versatile defender. Trevor Ariza will take your most athletic player and do basically what he does, but Artest can guard a forward to a guard, easily, like a mobile guard to a shooting guard to a power forward. He can do all that, and that's invaluable.
But Cody Crossman tweets it out to us and says you could make the case that Artest is a downgrade from Ariza. He'll take the worst shots possible at times, and can Kobe really fix that? Do you think he takes bad shots?
He takes bad shots when he has to. He doesn't have to anymore. He's got Kobe Bryant on his team. Mm-hmm. Like when you're trying to come back against the Lakers, and then they have 4 guys that are all scoring all these points, he's like, well, nobody else is doing anything, so he has to take these shots. He's not going to take those shots because Kobe's getting the primary role. First of all, he's going to be in the same position that Ariza was in, sitting wide open on the three-point line, and he can hit those. He hit them under pressure. He hits them fading, turning, all that stuff. think about wide open. It's over. He's scored more points than Ariza already normally. I think Ariza averaged around just under 10 or something.
But he's young and he was so good in the finals, and so. But here's the thing: they're going for a Phil Jackson play, just like when they brought in Dennis Rodman to toughen up the Bulls and to play some defense and get some boards, et cetera, et cetera. For Jordan, they're bringing in Artest for Kobe Bryant. It looks like a really good move, man. You add Artest to that already stacked team. If they keep Odom, then they got Kobe, Odom, Gasol, and Artest, let alone everybody else. That's a killer team, man.
I'm not worried about Odom. Whatever. Like we said before, Odom takes nights off. When he plays well, you're like, oh man, now Odom's playing tonight. That's always the gauge. I looked up and I said, oh, Odom's playing tonight. Nah, damn.
Isn't that crazy? When Odom plays, it's not even close, right? But the clown doesn't play half the games, at least. And he's like, what? It's not that he's a jerk. He's just, I feel like he's floating in the clouds. And every once in a while, somebody has to tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey, we're playing a basketball game. I'm like, oh, shit, okay, I'm really good at this. Hold on. So, that's the situation in basketball. All right.
That's my last point. Now, everybody wants to play in L.A. They say that. And it's a good team that always is easily, everybody wants to come here. They give him an offer. They're going to come. He took a pay cut. That's the other part. To come here. Damn, that doesn't happen anymore. Players that haven't proven themselves long enough go off and get a big hit, as we talk about with this agent. He's like, well, I should deserve like $10 million a year, right? And then you don't get it, and you go off somewhere else, and somebody overpays you, and you still suck. Then good players that are proven come and take a pay cut to come and play with these guys. Oh, it's sickening, dude. Play with the Clippers. It's L.A. They play in the same facility. Come on.
Yeah. I think somebody else wrote on Twitter, hey, don't get too excited. Remember when Karl Malone and Sean Payton came to the Lakers, and they were stacked and packed, and that year they lost to the Pistons.
They were old as hell.
I know, they were too old, right? But, yeah, JR, the reason they do it, because they want to win championships. Makes sense. We're going to win a championship. With Kobe and Phil Jackson, it's a pretty Gasol and Odom. You're improving your chances, that's for sure. But that Celtics, if Rasheed Wallace is still decent, Celtics, they bring back Garnett, that could be a hell of a fucking clash, man. That could be for the ages. If you like this little clip, you'll love the whole show. It loops 24/7 on theyoungturks.com. Go and check it out right now.